Not you.
In the UK, they call it staff. In the US, they call it staff. But it's the same thing. The musical staff consists of 5 lines and 4 spaces. We always count them from the bottom to the top. So the bottom line will always be line 1. And the bottom space will always be space 1. Notes on the staff can be on the lines or on the spaces.
Too easy? Not really. Keep watching.
First, we need to master the musical alphabet. So make sure you know the musical alphabet and you can identify all the keys on the piano keyboard. Before we move forward, pause this video and do the worksheet about the staff.
Too easy? Not really. Keep watching.
In order to be able to read the notes on the staff, we use a symbol called clef, which is French for key.
Not bad.
For piano, we use 2 clefs, the treble clef and the bass clef. A clef is always placed at the beginning of the staff. The treble clef is on line 2. Wraps around line 2, forming a G. So it's also known as G clef. And line 2 is also known as G line. The note sitting on line 2 is G. This is only when we read notes in G clef. The bass clef is placed on line 4. Also known as F clef. The note on line 4 on the bass clef is F. For piano, we use 2 staffs tied together with a brace. This is called the grand staff. The top one is for the right hand and the bottom one is for the left hand. G clef is used for high notes. F clef is used for low notes.
Confused? Keep watching.
Remember your best friend with a C in the middle of the piano keyboard? On the grand staff, it's placed right in the middle between the two staffs on a special line. Every line or space on the staff represents a white key on the keyboard. Just like we compare the piano keyboard with a set of stairs, we can do the same thing with the staff. Just imagine each line and each space of the staff represents a step. Mid C is the only note that is in the same place on the staff for both clefs and is the same pitch on the piano keyboard. If notes go up from mid C, on the piano keyboard we go right. If you see notes going down from mid C, on the keyboard you go left. When we read notes on the G clef, we start from G on line 2. This is the first G up from mid C. On the F clef, we start counting notes from line 4, which is the first F down from mid C. There are 3 white keys between G and C, and 3 white keys between C and F. So we should have the same on the staff. We can find them on the staff by counting each space and line. Let's start from F and go up towards mid C. The first note will be G and is placed in the next space after F. After space, the next note should be on a line, so A is on the next line. Next is on the space, so B is on top of the staff, which is also a space. Next up is mid C, which is on the line, so the next note up should be on the space. This is D on the G clef underneath the staff. The next note up after D is E on line 1 on the G clef. One more up, we go to F on the space and we get to G. Here's what you need to remember. On the G clef, we start counting notes from G on line 2, going up or down. G on line 2 is the first G up from mid C. On the F clef, we count them from line 4, which is F, the first F down from mid C. Mid C is in the same place for both clefs and the same pitch on the piano keyboard. However, when it's meant for the G clef, it will be closer to the top staff. When it's meant for the F clef, will be closer to the bottom of the staff.
Time for a test.
You can download the worksheet and practice reading some notes.
Too easy, keep watching.
So we have 5 lines and 4 spaces, so we can fit 9 notes on the staff. We have 2 staff, so in total 18 notes. But the keyboard has 52 white keys, so how are we gonna fit all of them on the staff? Well, we have ledger lines to help us. Ledger lines are an extension of the staff. Mid C is placed on a ledger line. If we make this line longer, we're gonna see it forms 2 more spaces, one on top and one below. However, it would actually look like this. Ledger lines can extend the staff up or down, and we can add notes in each direction for both clefs. So can we have notes below middle C on the G clef? Yes.